Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's get it popping. It's the yo, check it out. A daily go get a business show. It's Friday, y'all know how it go. It's the daily go get a business show, baby. And we are in motion, and everything is gonna be all right. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We made it, and everything is gonna be all right. Friday night. Tonight, we're gonna get into a little something serious. Talk about what makes you delirious. What makes you petrified with fear. We're gonna talk about tonight. Tonight, what we're going to talk about is the things that you fear more than death. There's some things that people fear in this world more than death, more than dying. And you would be surprised to know how many people do not fear death. They do not fear dying. I don't know if it's because they don't know what's on the other side or because they figure that it's inevitable or whatever the case may be, but they don't fear it. They don't fear it. At least they don't show it. And if you think about the things that they do in their lives, it kind of puts that stamp of them, and everything is gonna be all right. We're going to see what's up tonight. Yo, a Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. It's always good to have my eyes and my peepers on you, baby. T. Carey Wright is always down the morning, noon, and night. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow, she about to turn it out. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling like real men and women should? Because I'm feeling like a real man should tonight. And everything is going to be good. Sit back, relax, and chill. We're going to light up, smoke, and get in. Well, we might not smoke, we might not toke, but we going to get into this, John. It's no joke. Word. Yeah, things that you fear in life more than death. The things that you fear in life more than death. What y'all know? What are you afraid of tonight on the DG show? On the DG show. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Thanks for sharing the show, y'all. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show. Sun 752. Omar with the let's get it popping now. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get a Business Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the O, Omar with the R. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show. And tonight, first of all, I want to thank y'all coming through on this Friday night. It's cold as shit outside. So, yo, for real, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like wintertime just been playing around with us. Winter didn't officially start until December 20th or December 21st or whatever you want to call it. You know, the winter solstice. But we haven't had any really cold days. We haven't. You know, we haven't had a lot of winter-worthy days, but today we did. You know, it was below freezing. And shout out to my people that live out in the Midwest, because they be like, man, y'all be acting like little punks over there on the East Coast. You know, like, what is 25 degrees? That ain't nothing to us. You better come on up here. Well, we'll dump 2 feet of snow on you and drop the temperature down, you know what I'm saying? Below zero, baby. South Canada all up in the house. My people's Milwaukee, Wisconsin, no doubt. Peace to the Gaines family. Peace to all my Milwaukee peeps. People from Milwaukee actually think I'm from there because I spend enough time up there. But it's all good. But it was cold today. So I'm thinking that today would be a good day to just come in and watch the DG show. And we're going to do that right now. So I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all coming through. We're going to rock out. So tonight on the Daily Go Get a Business Show. Oh, shout out to Brown Eyes. Shout out Brown Eyes. Shout out to Brown Eyes over there on the Instagram side. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate your participation on a regular basis. I really do. It's always good to see your face. Is you down? I think that you are. And we both going to be stars. Tonight, we're talking about the things that you fear more than death. What things in life do you fear more than death? See, the thing about what one thing is sure about life is death. We cannot escape. Nobody makes it out of this world alive. Nobody. And with certain people passing away, like it always seems like a lot of people pass away like in the beginning of the year, celebrities and shit. We be like, damn, man, we turn of the new year. It always seems like we start losing people in abundance, whatever. Last year around this time, we lost Kobe Bryant. Remember, Kobe Bryant died in the beginning of 2020. He wasn't the only one. A lot of celebrities died, but a lot of people die on a regular basis. But it seems like deaths now, are more meaningful because of the situation of the pandemic. It's not like people died when they were free, or they died when conditions may have been more conducive to them staying alive. Like, they're blaming damn near every death on COVID. What's up, my man? Teacher 1130. Teacher, what's going on, my brother? Good to see me some you. That's my word. My man, yo, follow my man. Follow my man, Teacher 1130, man. He be dropping some bombs on it. Yo, he be dropping some bombs on his page, you know what I mean, on the pro-black shit. I like that. I like that a lot. Word up. So check, peep game. Okay, so we lost Hank Aaron, last week? And we just lost Cicely Tyson yesterday. And then today we lost esteemed Temple basketball coach John Chaney. Well, former basketball coach, best coach they ever had, hands down. Temple was winning when John Chaney was coaching. And they ain't been winning ever since. Like, nobody thinks about Temple anymore when you think about the NCAA basketball, men's basketball. But when he's coaching, they were always a force to be reckoned with. They were always in the tournament every year, and all up in the tournament, going deep in the tournament, field of 65, field of 64, whatever. Then they would always make it. They would make it down to the Elite Eight. They was about that. They was about that ball. They would never. It seemed like they would never go out less than the Sweet 16. So, man, my man was 89 years old. Now, Cicely Tyson was 96 years old. So it's good to see black people out there with that longevity. But like I said, with us losing a lot of celebrities, other celebrities that come to my mind, Larry King, I think the boy Alice Beck, he died at the end of 2020, right? Yeah, I believe so. But nonetheless, there are a lot of people. A lot of people out there passing away, whatever. It's just like every year, but the names are always going to be our head turning, like, what's going on? But then you see people living their lives now. And for black people, it just seems like we live our whole lives in fear of certain things. We've been bred before to be afraid. That's why they called us spooks, boogeyman, all that old bullshit. They used to scare us with things, mystery things, like the boogeyman, like the spook, to keep us from trying to escape escape slavery into freedom. So they made up these ghosts and shit like that, and we believed that shit. So we were afraid to run for our own freedom. We were afraid to try to escape. We were afraid to try to rebel against the establishment. Well, should I say the slave establishment, in order for us to be free. And even now, it looks like we're afraid to be free. But we don't seem to be afraid to die, and we don't seem to be afraid to kill each other. But we will kill. We seem to be afraid to kill other people. Like, we're very reluctant to kill people that we know the investigation will bring the dragnet on us for. So we think twice before we kill white people. We think twice before we kill any other people besides ourselves. We don't seem to think twice before we do that. And I don't want to, regardless of the title of the show and the content, I don't really want to bring anybody down, but it is what it is. We're really here to talk about phobias. We're really here to talk about our deepest fears and our deepest concerns, because it's real shit. And there are some people out here who just seem fearless when it comes to reckless behavior. But when it comes to certain things that may give them better quality of life or save their lives in the long run, then you start seeing what real bravery is about. And some people ain't about that life. You know, for example, my stepdad, my late great stepdad, was afraid to get surgery. Straight lace. I thought he was afraid to be in the hospital, but he wasn't. But he was afraid to get that surgery. So imagine having lung cancer. And you know how aggressive lung cancer is. You know how aggressive that shit is. Imagine having lung cancer and just living with the shit until it finally claims you. When you could have fought that shit. You could have, all you had to do was kind of channel your resources and get the team involved and let people know what's going on with you, so they could have gotten you the help that you wanted to get. But he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not getting no surgery. Even down to his dying week, when they was like, listen, Mr. Blue, you gotta get this surgery. You gotta get it. If you don't get it, you're not gonna make it past, I don't know what they told him. But he went in to the hospital on a Wednesday. And he came out of the hospital and came home with an oxygen tank on Friday. And the Super Bowl came on Sunday. And February 10th, 2010, he was dead. And I'm like, what the fuck? My stepdad meant a lot to me. But I couldn't save him. I couldn't save him because he wouldn't save himself. It's your choice. But evidently, he did not fear death. And he didn't. Not once did I see him, flinch about dying. Like, he told me a long time ago when he was in his 50s. He died when he was 74 years old. He would have been 75 that year. October 1st, he would have been 75 years old, but he didn't make it. So I remember back in his 50s, he told me he did everything in life that he ever wanted to do. And I'm thinking, like, well, how did you do everything in life that you wanted to do? You never been out of the United States. You never even been to the West Coast. You never been on a plane. So you could say that he was limited in the things that he wanted to do. But he said, plus he said the life that he was living when he was a young boy, he never thought that he would make it to get old anyway. So he figured he had already, lived way past his time. But he wasn't afraid to die. Not one time did I see him express fear about dying. But when I did see him fearful, it was when he was in that hospital about that surgery. I was like, Dad, you got to get the surgery. He was like, no, Omar. He looked me dead in my eye. He said, Omar, no. Mm-mm. He said, they can't do nothing for me anyway. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? They said that, they got it. He said, ain't nothing they can do, oh. Now, granted, they may have given him, they may have had a conversation with him, like, and told him, like, listen, the chances that you'll make it through the surgery are really low. But the chances that you'll make it to next week without the surgery are even lower. He wasn't afraid to die, though. Like I said, he showed no fear about going to the other side. But when it came to that surgery, Fuck you talking about? Oh no, we ain't. You ain't what? Cutting me open, putting me to sleep? No, 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 no. So there are certain things that people fear more than death, and surgery for some people is something that they fear more than death. He's not the only man that I've ever seen that expressed that he was afraid of surgery, afraid to get surgery. He's not the only one. What's going on, Cherry? What's going on? Good to see me some you. It's Cinderella day to day. Well, it's the woman day to day with famous Cinderella day to day. Well, it's the woman day to day with fame. What's going on, y'all? All right, so hold on. Let me see what y'all talking about. TK right says I'm working out, listening into this. I'll comment in between sets. Well, look at you. No, trying to get strong. People trying to do their thing for the springtime, summertime. You're gonna still be wearing that mask though. Watch. I just said I want to be a negative Nathan, but it is what it is. It ain't looking too good out there. You know what I mean? As far as ending the pandemic is concerned. But it's good to be healthy. That way you won't get the Rona. Theoretically. Okay. Cherry says, I need to work out too. No better time than I'm present. You know what I mean? While you listening to this show, looking at the show, you can go do some sit-ups real quick. It's Friday night, though. You have to put the drink down. Yeah, I said. Not that nobody ever works out and sip a little something. I've seen it done. But anyway, TK Wright says, real shit, I'm afraid of growing frail. That's why I'm doing core work on my Bosu ball. A Bosu ball. That's what's up. Carol Chamberlain says, key word, what he wanted to do. Yeah, but when you limit your options in the beginning, you limit your exploration. So maybe he limited what he wanted to do to what he thought he could do. Perhaps. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my stepdad, don't get me wrong, he was not no punk. But that don't mean that he didn't have fears. Every man has fears. They don't all come out about the same things. But don't get it twisted. If I see a nigga jump up on a chair over a mouse, I'm clowning the shit out of him, and I don't give a fuck about his feelings. I have no sympathy for men who are afraid of little animals. I'm like, dude, it ain't for me to be sympathetic to that. It's my job to tell you, like, listen, my man, you're going to have to get that together. You know what I mean? You ain't going to tell me that you'll protect your family, you'll protect your woman and your children against would-be attackers. But if it's small, furry, big ears and a long tail, then your ass is jumping on the chair before the kids do. Like, well, we gonna have a problem. I just said, so you could best believe I'm gonna be there. Yeah, I mean, like, yo, nigga, yo, he's a straight bitch. Now you might punch me in the mouth. Like, I ain't scared of you, but you afraid of Minnie and Mickey? Fuck out of here, nigga. So, like I said, my stepdad wasn't no punk. But he had real fears that he feared more than death. What's up, Stacy White on the Instagram side? Good to see me some you, no doubt. Word up, and Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. There's just some things that we fear more in life than we do in death. I mean, if you look at like, I was talking about surgery, and like I said, my stepdad wasn't the only man or only person that I know that really feared going under the knife. Now, I ain't gonna front. Going under the knife is a scary thing. Anybody who has gone under the knife knows that, yo, man, that shit ain't sweet. Because if you anything like me, you be like, I don't care how much anesthesia y'all give me. I'm staying up. I'm going to watch this surgery. Watch. I'll be laying on the gurney like, nope. I took the pills. I'm still up. Pills ain't doing nothing to me. Fuck you talking about? Pills can't put me to sleep. Once they put that shit on your face, though, that mask thing, I tried to hold my breath. Like, I'm not going to sleep. I told you I'm a wild. Wake up later like, what the fuck? How y'all do that shit? And I'm not afraid to go under the knife. However, you don't know what can happen to you when you go under. You know what I'm saying? You're in a room with a bunch of strangers touching on you, cutting on you, operating on you. It's not really the best situation in the world, but I've done it several times. Some people say, no, I'm not doing it no time. You know, unless they are in a situation where it's unavoidable. Let's say you get in a near fatal car crash and you got to get in surgery now. So you may not even be coherent enough to be afraid that time. It's like, low, you got to operate on this boy. He's about to flatline. He damn near died on the operating table. You know what I mean? So, but surgery is one of those things that some people are very afraid of. And I could see the logic in that fear. You know, I do a lot of things to try to eradicate fear from my existence. I don't like to be afraid of nothing. And I mean nothing. I don't like to be afraid. I can't say that I'm not afraid of anything, but I don't like to be afraid. Like, so I do whatever I can to eliminate my fear of people, eliminate my fear of animals, eliminate my fear of doing anything that will get me farther than I am right now. I don't want to be part of no shit that's going to hold me back. So I don't be bitching when it comes to no niggas. And you're like, yeah. I mean, I might have that adrenaline running through my veins all crazy. Like, well, it's me and the boy or me and them. But you can best believe I'm going through. Fuck it. Like, you know, we don't play them kind of games. And I'm not no gangster, nothing like that, but I'll fuck a gangster up. Oh, shit. Instagram doing some funny things. What you doing over there, Instagram? My man Denny Live, comedian Denny Live. My man. What's going on, my dude? What's going on? Emily Dunlap says, I was never afraid before any of my surgery. That's what's up. Some people are. So I just prayed and let God direct the surgeon's hands. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Word. Some people say, no, I ain't going under that knife. Y'all better find something else. Find me a pill to take. Like, yo, you bleeding out. We'll put it here. Take one of them towels and some duct tape. That'll stop the bleeding on it. I mean, shit's crazy. How many of y'all remember the movie First Blood? Sylvester Stallone, the first installment of the whole Rambo thing. Remember in First Blood, he fucked his arm up. You know what I mean? And he sewed his shit back up by hand. You know what I'm saying? He was straight roughing it. Like, fuck it. It's real shit. It's crazy. So, you know, but our fears can take away our quality of life, you know. So there's certain fears that we laugh at people about. Like, I laugh at people who are afraid of mice or whatever, even though there are a lot of people. I don't get it, but the number keeps growing. And then, you know, you have people who are afraid of dogs, cats, possums, raccoons, bugs, snakes, any type of animal or creature or whatever. You know, a lot of people are afraid of that. for various reasons. But it doesn't always hinder or affect their quality of life. They just stay away from situations where they have to come in contact with those kind of things. But when you're afraid of, sometimes when you're afraid of heights, so that can stop you from entering a building or getting on a roller coaster or getting on a plane or even the top level of a double-decker bus. It's real shit. Some people are afraid to drive. Some people are afraid to drive. Deathly afraid to drive, to navigate a vehicle. I never really understood the whole being afraid to drive thing, because how can you be afraid to drive, but you're not afraid to ride? It would make more sense to me. Like, I'm afraid to get in that car. You see how many people die in car accidents all the time? Like, the people who fly don't understand how seldom a plane goes down. That's why every time there's a plane crash, damn near, you hear about it. Because it's rare. If they televised every car crash, fatal car crash, they wouldn't have any other news to report all day. More people die in vehicular deaths per day. Like, it's off the charts. So when they say it's like flying is safer than driving, they ain't fucking bullshitting. People be like, yeah, but 100 people, 200 people don't die when a car in a car crash. Like, if you count every city that it happens in every day, you get more than 200. You get 2,000. Matter of fact, we've done this before. We're gonna do it again. Look up how many fatal car crashes there are a day in the United States. How many fatal car deaths are there in the United States per day?
According to brandlawfirm.com, almost 200,000 people die from fatal injuries every year, the equivalent of about one person every 3 minutes. National averages report about 37,000 crash-related fatalities every year.
Straight. So, okay. All right. 2019, 36,120 deaths by car. 2018, 36,560. 2017, 37,473. 2016, 37,806. It's pretty consistent. It's pretty consistent. If that many people were dying in plane crashes or plane deaths, nobody would get on that motherfucker. Nobody would get on. But people get in cars every day. And these are just the fatal car crashes. Nobody talking about the car crashes that fuck you up, as that damn near kill you, ruin your life for the rest of your, ruin your health for the rest of your life, or maim you or paralyze you. That's not even in here. These are the people who actually didn't make it. So it would make more sense if there was sense to it. It would make more sense that we'd be like, yo, man, I ain't getting in no car. But like I said, I clown a nigga. Hey, what you mean you scared to drive? And I do know niggas that's scared to drive. I'm like, what kind of bitch ass shit is that? Like, when you're a young boy, you dream of cars. Yo, man, when I get, you play That's My Car while you sitting on the steps. Yo, that's my car. That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. Cause you know when you get that ride, you ride down the street, them chicks gonna be looking like, yo, man, you need a ride? Uh-huh. You give her a ride, then you ride her later on. Like, you gonna cheat yourself out of that experience? You know what I'm saying? Ain't cool. That ain't cool. I've heard dudes make outlandish excuses for it too. Well, why drive? Well, I live in the city. You don't gotta drive nowhere. You sound stupid as shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's like saying, I live in a house. You know what I'm saying? Where, I can just live out here in the tree and yo. But everybody got their thing. Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their fear. And it is what it is. Whether I clown you or not, or whether I respect your fears or not, your fears are real. And some of these fears are stronger than the fear of death. When I was in college, my second year, whatever, we had to take speech comm. Speech comm was when you took a class where you had to get up in front of the class and, speak in front of them. And the people we used to see that was deathly afraid to do that shit. Like, people used to take an F in that class, and it was required. You had to do it. You had to do it. Come to find out that back then, I don't know about now, but back then they said for a lot of people, the fear of speaking in front of people is stronger than the fear of death. Many people would choose to die than to stand up in front of people and give a presentation. I was like, what the fuck? But I didn't believe it until I saw it. And I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? White girls in there crying. I'm like, damn, bitch. Just get up there and explain how you do your nails. That's all. Get up there, do your nails, paint your nails. Like, yo, I like to use, colors in my nails. They go up there. And they trying to read off the script and shit, looking like Joe Biden when he got to read off the teleprompter and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. But just like Joe gets through it, they got through it. Some of them had to take the F first. And they had to take that shit another semester. An F is going to fuck up your whole cum. My cum was always bad. I couldn't afford it. But I get up in front of a crowd in a minute like, yo. And that was what, back in them days, I get up in front of a crowd whether I knew what I was talking about or not. Just get like, all right, so, yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is, we're going to talk about the origin of hip hop. So, we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back to way back in the day. Whatever. But yeah, the fear of speaking in front of people is scary as shit to some people. Scary as shit. It may not be my fear, but I don't run this world. And just because I'm not afraid of it doesn't mean that it's real. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not real. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't deserve respect. So while I'm clowning you, I'm fully aware that I should be respecting you. I'm just not doing it right then and there. Carol Chamberlain says, I wasn't afraid to have my one surgery. I wanted it done and over with. I hear that. TK Wright says, after my car accident that left me having back surgery and not walking for 10 months, 3 of my sons became fearful of driving. I put them in the driver's seat anyway. I understand that. Because you have to do that as a responsible parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to let them know, like, shit happens in life. I didn't get into this accident because I drove. I got into this accident because it was an accident. Today was the day. We have to draw lessons from this. But it doesn't mean never do this again. This is a necessary thing. And it doesn't mean that this is going to happen to you or that nothing else is going to happen to you if you don't do this. It doesn't mean that. So I've seen people get ran over on sidewalks. I'll never forget it. What was it? It was it was Christmas Eve. $1997? Wait a minute. Let me get it right. It was either 96 or 97. And I was on my way back to work coming from one of our houses. And here I am sitting at the light at 22nd and Lehigh on the 22nd Street side. Right across the street from Dobbins. So, you know, anybody who went to Dobbins or who lives around there knows about how famous that little corner store was right there on the corner of the 33 bus stop. Well, I'm waiting there, waiting for the light to change. I see this car coming on the other side of Lehigh Avenue on 22nd Street. And the car is driving all wild. All I'm hearing is, ah! And the bull ran the light. He hit the car, but he was driving so wild. This motherfucker missed my car. He missed my truck. I swear it had to be by this much. But the motherfucker hit everybody on the goddamn bus stop. And I remember he hit this lady in the back. He hit her in the back. I mean, he hit her. Man, she survived and everything. But I know that lady was fucked up. That shit almost brought tears to my eyes instantly. It was Christmas Eve. It's fucking Christmas Eve. That lady was probably, doing some last minute shopping. The market, that's when it was a thriftway. She probably went over to that messed up ass thriftway, get some food, whatever, going back home. And she gets hit by damn. And the driver, you could tell he was all high. It was, it's Christmas Eve. It's December 24th. Snow's cold outside. This nigga ain't have on no shirt. He was all high as shit. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? They wasn't driving. They wasn't even a passenger. So shit happens. I always wondered what happened to that lady. I had a bad feeling she was probably paralyzed because he fucked her up. He fucked her back. TK Wright says, I teach public speaking class for middle schoolers and high schoolers at the library back in the neighborhood where I grew up. That's what's up. Sure Husband says, after having 3 natural births, I feared when they told me I had to get a C-section. A C-section? Fuck. You need to tell them, fuck y'all talking about. I can do this. Tell them I'm a real woman. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? Ansel Jones says, not proving for my family is something I fear. Oh, you mean providing? Not providing for your family is something that. But Ansel, you fought in a war. Like what we talking about is things that you fear more than death. And I'm thinking if you did a tour or two in a war, either you don't fear death very much, or you think you luckier than a motherfucker. It could be a combination of both. But when you think about military personnel, they prepare y'all to die. Like, yeah, all right. Okay, listen. You might not make it. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it. We're gonna try to make sure everybody make it, but everybody ain't gonna make it. But you'll be dying with honor. You'll be doing it for your country. So you gotta really want to do this. So we're gonna teach you how to We going to teach you how to kill more than you get killed. And if you make it through this shit, we're gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hook you up. GI Bill, pension. You can go to school, get a house. You know what I mean? We're gonna make sure that you get a skill. If you get fucked up over there, we're gonna make sure you get a check. Yeah, we're gonna take care of you. You know what I said? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about dying. You know what I said? Yeah. Comrades, though, yeah. Hey, look. Hey, we all gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? But it ain't like people, it ain't like soldiers who it's not like combat soldiers don't have any fears themselves. They just have to fight through that shit. Then they come home PTSD all crazy and shit, looking more like they got a death wish. But there are some things that people fear more than death. I think that is intriguing when you see somebody that's totally not afraid to die. The mystery of death is something that's certain. You know, like I don't know what happens to you when you die. I have no idea. But I know something happens. Let me see. Stacy White says, I'm afraid of escalators. That's a weird fear. And I'm glad you said that because I was going to get into those kind of fears. Fear of escalators, fear of elevators. Like, I don't understand. My late stepmom, she was scared of escalators too, but she was only scared of going down the escalator. She wasn't scared of going up the escalator. And it was funny because the reason I knew that was because my dad told me. So I'm wondering, like, when we went to the mall or some shit like that, when I was way younger, and I ain't hang out with my stepmom. I mean, no offense, but it is what it is. You know, she would avoid the escalator. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he was like, you know, she's scared to go down on the escalator, but she's not scared to go up. And I gotta give it to my pop, man. For all of his crazy shit, he was sensitive to people's fears and shit like that. Cause I know me. You gonna be my woman, you ain't gonna be scared of shit and get away with it. Not when you with me. You're gonna have to be scared of everything when I ain't around. I don't give a fuck. Everything you scared of when I'm there, we doing. Oh, I'm scared to go across the bridge. We going across the fucking bridge. We going over this way. We coming back. We going over it again. We coming back. You gonna be so fucking tired. You gonna be scared to go over a bridge. I call it insensitive. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm your man. We together. We can't be scared and shit. That shit ain't gonna work. You gonna be no punk ass couple. Fuck, you crazy? Fuck out of here. You scared of elevators? We going on an elevator all day. My pop ain't do that. He let her get away with that. I was like, look, I was a young boy, like, you know, 13, 14. I'm like, scared to go down on an escalator. Close your eyes. But hey, Emily says, it was 2 years after my accident before I drove again. Still not comfortable in heavy traffic or trucks on the road. Yeah, now, you know, with those trucks, I can understand it because they reckless and they bullies. A lot of them are bullies on the highway. Will box you in, damn near squish you on the guardrail, that kind of shit. And so Jones says, when you leave from overseas, the real world starts. I felt more safe living in Germany and Korea. Wow. Shirley Cheryl says, Omar, I kind of had no choice in the matter. My water broke. He was hanging on my ribs, and I wasn't fully dilated. What's a gal to do? Well, that's different. Never mind. Okay. Cherry says, I fear more than death. What I fear more than death is being alone in my old age. It's real shit. My biggest fear, I don't mind being on stage surgeries or bugs. Being alone. That's a real fear. That is a real fear. Being alone in old age, a lot of people, when they get really old, they a lot of their friends have already passed, so they don't have access to a lot of their peers the way they used to. It could be pretty depressing for them. So I can understand that. I can understand that fear. But you fear that more than death. It's funny you say that because a lot of people feel like that kills you. Like that loneliness, that isolation. They feel like that pushes your due date up much, much closer than it may have been because you're reducing your quality of life. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's an interesting one. And it's pretty common. A lot of people actually say that. Like, I'm afraid of being alone in my old age. Being alone in my old age. I don't know. I ain't gonna front. I never really thought about it. Like, could I possibly be alone in my old age? You know what I mean? Old girls I used to talk to, they be mad at me. Be like, see, one day you gonna feel this shit like I felt it. Oh, you gonna feel this shit. You gonna feel like I feel one day. One day, watch. And you keep doing people like that, and you ain't, you gonna find yourself by yourself, and you ain't gonna like it. And I'm like, you ain't gonna know about it. Watch you die before me. I was an asshole. But you gonna die before me anyway. Fuck out of here. So when I'm old and alone, you'll be haunting me from above. And when I see you, I'm gonna get my ghost on you. Beat it. I'm saying. You know what I mean? I apologize for that. Wasn't right. That wasn't right. But shit, she started wishing bad shit on me first. Old and alone. Yeah, I never really. I guess I just don't look at the possibilities. I'd be thinking that if anything, everybody else is going to outlive me, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I'll be like middle-aged and alone. Sure. Husband says, "Oh, you co-sign that fear, Carol." Interesting. Sure. Husband says, "Another fear is losing my eyesight. I don't know what I would ever do." Yeah, but do you fear losing your eyesight more than you fear dying? Because actually, I fear losing my eyesight too, especially now. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Glasses? Oh, mom, not glasses. Fuck. And this shit ain't making nothing better. Like I can read those Instagram comments from here. When I put the glasses on, these are progressive. So like the strong part is up here and the reading part is down here. So I gotta remember I'm like, no, I can't even read. I can't even read with the glasses on. Like, yes, you can, dickhead. Oh yeah, shit. But I don't like looking up to look down. What's up, Sucre Je Toi? Sucre JTX. What's going on? How you feeling, man? Good to see me some of you. That's what's up. Coming on through. Yeah. I mean, so we talking about things that you fear more than death. More than death. Like, when you're dealing with a drug addict, like drug addicts don't seem to fear death at all. They just don't. Like, because they're killing themselves. They don't be giving a fuck. I don't know if y'all have ever been around somebody that was knee deep in drugs, like really like bad in their addiction, and they just going for this. It's like, if you compound that with depression and shit like that, some people do not fear dying. So they'll fuck up their lives almost like they're trying to commit suicide in some way. And then you have people who actually just go ahead and commit suicide. You know? Ansel Jones says drugs are their escape, but they don't even see that it's just making things worse. But the bottom line is that they don't fear dying. They fear having to face reality. It's wild, man. Carol Chamberlain says, one of my biggest fears was dying by the age of 40 and not seeing my children grow up to be adults. How'd that turn out? Yeah, that's why I make these videos every day, because Ayana can be like, yo, it's like my dad, it looks like he's still here. Let's see what he said on this day last year. Laughing, but I'm really serious. Oh, I forgot to laugh. But I fear death. I don't know about y'all, but I do. I fear death and always have. Like, I don't know what the fuck is on that other side. I know what's going on here. I can deal with, no good ass, backbiting ass niggas. I can deal with that. But that other shit, these spirits, you know what I mean? You die on the religious side, you die and find out that you didn't do what you were supposed to do while you was alive. Like, yo, do you mean they was right? Them bum ass niggas was right, but they wasn't even righteous. Yeah, but like, oh, come on, guy. Come on, man. You gotta give me a second chance or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I fear death. I hardly fear anything else, but I do fear that. Right? But I fear getting sick and dying. Like, being fatally ill, withering away to nothing. 100 pounds or less. But even in those situations, when you're in those situations, you may not fear death as much, because you may be so sick at that time that you fear getting sicker more than you do dying. It's like a waiting game. Like, oh, so I'm just cold, not going to get better. I'm not getting better no matter what. That ain't a good look. Sucre Jetois says, I fear dying a horrible death more than death itself. So, you mean a horrible death, like a violent death? Shit. I would fear that if I didn't die. Like, I'm thinking, like, at least death will shut that off. But, living a violent life where you're just in pain, fucked up day after day after day without any opportunities to get better, that don't sound like a good look to me. What's going on, Barbara Hill? She say, all up in the house. Good to see me, son. You, thanks for coming out. And my big sis, Robin Ming, here to do your thing. What's going on, Queen? And grits wavy and grits. It's the grits wavy and grits. Yo, you the yo, when you come through, it's like Coke. It's sick. Word. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. On the Instagram side, I should see some hearts. Yo, from the stars, I should see some hearts. Make sure the hearts just rise into the sky. Yo, it's time to go. It's time to be down with the DG show with word. Okay, Sucre Jetois, JTX. She says, violent or sickness. Yeah. Yeah. Either way, it ain't a good look. Carol Simply says, you're not supposed to move your head, just your eyes. Look. But I can't, if it's over here, I gotta put my head up in order to use these. I can't. Man, fuck glasses. Carol Chamberlain says, you 67 soon. See? I guess you ain't gonna die at 40. You already a grown woman past that. 27 years past 40. This little motherfucker ran outside today chasing a cat. Like, yo, I'm gonna get your ass. I think when she got out there, though, she was like, yo, co's the bitch up in here. I thought she's gonna run under the car. I was like, look, you gonna get away. I'm gonna let you stay out today. I ain't fuck that. Cole out that bitch. She was like, nah, you can pick me up and take me back to the crib. She was straight like that. Like, it's like she thought about running under the car. Then she said, go ahead, get me by the scrubs, nigga. Get me by the scrubs. And I did. I said, get your ass up in the house, motherfucker. Too cold for this bullshit. She came in like, yep, you right. It is too cold out there with that bullshit. I was tripping. Fuck out of here. Grissom Wavy says, hold on. Hold on. All right. Grissom Wavy says, this comment is super late, but crackheads don't die. They have the strongest immune system and everything. Yeah, why they on crack? Guess what happens when they get clean? When they get clean, the diabetes starts setting in. They find out they HIV positive. Motherfuckers can be having all kinds of heart conditions. It's like they pickle themselves while they are getting high, but as soon as they get sober, then they have to deal with the reality of their addiction and the things that they did. It's really kind of wild. It really is. But it happens. But back in the day, they used to say crack kills. Crack kills. People was having heart attack off the crack. Instead of trying to take out LL, why don't you take your homeboys off the crack? Jumbos. So you think that Queens? Wait, so you think that they this start out in? Wait a minute. So you think that hip hop has this start out in Queensbridge? If you pop that shit up in the Bronx, you might not live because we're from South Philly, South Philly, South Philly. South Philly. That's what they used to say after midnight, 1986. All right. Shout out to all the people that used to party after midnight back in 1986, 87. I know none of them ain't alive no more. Party people do not live long. Now tell me I'm lying. Party people do not live long, man. They don't. My dad told me that a long time ago. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn if he wasn't telling the truth. Depending on what you consider, living long. Okay. Bobby Hill CC says, grabs his Johns by the neck and says, get in the house. Only cat Johns. Not Johns with the cat. Grizzly Wavy says, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that I'm going to die. Surprise me. And that shit, it'll surprise everybody else. Like, yo, Grizzly Wavy, no, not Grits. Because I know that's your real name. Anyway, so Dead Shepherd. What's going on, Dead Shepherd? Thanks for coming through. Said booze does the same thing. It does. But booze and heroin and other opioids, they actually do things to your body. With crack, it's a mental drug. You talking about coke? You're not really doing anything to your body. You're fucking up your head bad. So when you need to smoke crack, that's just your mind telling you that. With alcohol, heroin, pills, it's easy to just stop. If you are really deep in your addiction, you could actually die. It's not as often as people think, though. People will be thinking like, yo, you got to keep doing heroin and you're dying. It doesn't happen all that often. I kind of found that out the hard way. Not by doing it, but I was having an argument with somebody like, yo, no, when you really fucked up on heroin, you got to keep shooting because you could die easily. Like, no, you don't die easily. You know what I mean? You'll get through those withdrawal symptoms. You'll just feel like you're dying. I was like, no, you can really die. Like, I looked up the statistics. I was like, motherfucker. I thought these motherfuckers was I want my money back. Okay. Wait a minute. This is great shit. Twat said, in 1986, I was still a baby. It's quite possible. That shit percent. I made it. Wait. Barbara Hill CC says someone dear to me was on crack. Later found out she was bipolar, diabetic, and passed from lupus complications. It's real shit. That Shepherd says, I made it to 51. Often wonder how. Had to quit. So you were a hard drinker. Shit is real. You quit. I quit. Listen. Shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Big ups to you for quitting. A lot of people say I ain't quitting. I'll slow down. And they never really slow down. You know what I mean? Robbie Mink says, I'm still here and I party my butt off. Nah, you ain't partying like you was partying. And when my dad was talking about party, he wasn't just talking about dancing. He was talking about dancing, smoking, drinking, sniffing, shooting, smoking. That Shepherd says alcohol withdrawal can kill you, and it can. People don't understand how bad until you are around a real full-blooded, hard body alcoholic. You don't understand how fucking bad it is. We ain't talking about a drunk somebody that abuses alcohol, who practices alcoholism or who has alcoholic practices. We're talking about somebody that they better get that shit because they ain't gonna really make it. I'm talking about the serious shakes. Like, yo, this motherfucker gotta have it. Sherry Dana is in the house. And also my man Daryl, Mr. Get It Done. Mr. Get It Done James. What's up, my brother? Daryl, Mr. Get It Done James. He is getting it done too. That's my man. And Chantilly. Chantilly, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it, y'all. We talking about the things that people fear more than death. So we was talking about how some people are afraid to get surgery, even though it'll save their lives, even though it may preserve their lives. People on drugs, and they take the drugs, ruining their quality of life, but honestly believing that they are increasing their quality of life, and they don't seem to be afraid to die. You look at some of the celebrities that have died. Remember, like back in the late 60s, early 70s, It was like all of these singers, particularly rockers, was dying at age 27. Janis Joplin, Mama Cass, motherfucking Jim Morrison of the Doors, Jimi Hendrix. Later on, the boy, they tried to credit what's his name? Kurt Cobain. Yeah, he died at 27 too. But he killed himself. That shit don't count. Yeah, no, the rest of them didn't aim. He aimed. But my girl, Amy Winehouse, 27 years old. So, all right, hold on. Delirium tremens. Oh, yeah. Delirium tremens. That's the shakes. I was a junior in high school. Oh, in 1986? Okay. All right, yeah. I guess I was too. Yeah, how about that? That quit almost 20 years, then went back for another 5 years. Then the heart wouldn't handle it. Yeah, we get signals. But once you address the real reason for your abuse, like once you find out why you use and then eventually abuse alcohol or drug or other drugs, then you can start to heal. But until you address the real problem, the real cause, until you address what's going on inside, you ain't gonna stop. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially people who haven't indulged. You know, they don't understand. You know, like it's a real thing once you get into it. Because remember, it starts out partying. It starts out having fun. It starts out, you don't start getting into the, oh, I need a drink. The bullshit, the pressure's just mounting. It don't start off like that. It started off like, oh yeah, we partying, get some ass. You know what I'm saying? We're going, liquid confidence. Start throwing them back, talking to the chicks like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Your friends can get with my friends. You know, we could be friends. Shit, we can do this every weekend. You know what I mean? Starts off like that, but then it gets bad because it starts to become a crutch. Like, yeah, I gotta do this. That's when the real problem comes. Okay, hold on. Barbara Hill C6 says, I have a relative who would probably die if she stopped drinking. She drinks every day and has for 40 years. That's funny that you say that, because some people just seem to have the type of body that will allow them to drink for that many years. I know people who are in their 80s and they've been drinking like that since. Some people just seem to be able to do it. I ain't one of them. I didn't think I was I stopped drinking because I really didn't think, I thought the end was getting near for me because I was getting in trouble and I was blacking out all the time. And I was like, that ain't good. But I'm not the type of person that can ignore when I'm fucking up. I may look to other people like, I'm good. No, but on the inside, I'm like, a little voice inside my head be like, what the fuck is you doing? Because my voice, that little voice inside of me is way flyer than I am. He like, pussy, you embarrassing me. Shit. Nigga, you on your own with that shit, because I don't get down like that. I'm chilling. While you out there acting a fool and shit, and you got motherfuckers, looking at you all sideways, I'm on vacation somewhere, you know what I mean? I'm fucking with bitches and counting money, you know what I'm saying, getting stacks. I don't know what the fuck you doing. The Omar inside of me is way flyer than the Omar outside of me. The Omar inside of me, like, we ain't about no bullshit. None. He don't excuse me for being out of pocket, talking all reckless or crazy. Like, what the fuck what did you say? Fuck, nigga, you know what you gonna do? You gonna go apologize for that dumb shit you just said. Say you sorry. Say the fuck you sorry. You crazy? We don't get down like that. I'm like, what you mean we? Like, nigga, we. I'm like, oh, all right. And I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting at all. The person inside of me is way flyer than the person outside of me. He don't play. What's up, Neen 610? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate me some you. Yeah, Jim Morrison, the doors. All right, Robbie Mink says, I'm afraid of heights. So you can't get on a roller coaster? Roller coaster. Yola. Sure husband says, sad when a suicidal person can't succeed even after trying multiple times. Man, listen. On some real shit. If you are continually unsuccessful at suicide, you're really just asking for help, because suicide is not hard. You can get that shit over with real fast and easy. But that lets me think that this person really just wants to, she or he is crying out for help. Because you can't be suicidal, but you want to choose the easiest way. You want to choose the softest path to dying. Like, look, you either want to go or you don't. You truly suicidal. You shouldn't care whether you get shot, jump off a bridge, a tall building, pills, whatever. All that matters is that you end it. Like, well, I got to think about my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got to have a decent funeral and burial. I can't do that with a bullet in my head. They might not be able to fix that. Like, nigga, you ain't as depressed as you act. I'm just saying. All right. That Shepherd says it's simple once you figure that out. Yeah. Many people never get a chance to do it, or they resist it. Barbara Hill C6 says she stopped doing drugs and drinking, then died damn near accidentally. Well, from alcohol poisoning anyway. Oh, damn. Who? Oh, Amy Winehouse. She had stopped doing drugs and drinking. See, I really question if she stopped doing drugs, though. I really question that. Because to die at 27 years old, like, you should really be able to handle an addiction at 27 years old. That's how I'm thinking. But she was so skinny. But she was a hell of a talent. You know, them white girls in the UK can sing their ass off and they got soul. They ain't like these American garbage ass pop singers. Who killed Amy? Who killed Amy? Carol Chamberlain says, a cousin of mine died 1 year ago today. He was a cokehead, then crackhead, then got clean, had bypass surgery, and died from hip surgery. Go figure. What the fuck? Damn. Barbara Hill says they've studied the modes and methods people used and found many really don't want to die. You might not, but if you practice dying all the time, you're going to get it right. It's like playing the lottery. You're going to hit one day. You're going to hit. Cal says, yeah, all he went through and died from hip surgery. Barbara Hill C says it. Yes, she got clean and did it one more time, and that was it. She was amazing. This is 10 years since she died, Amy Winehouse. But the thing is, like I said, I don't believe that she stopped. You know what I mean? She wanted me to go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. I think she meant no, no, no. You know, it's like when Big Pun, he said he went to a fat farm, lost 100 pounds, like he really wanted to live. But he didn't stop eating all crazy and practicing, unhealthy behavior. He just didn't. He didn't. He made an effort, but he didn't shut it down. He didn't do what he needed to do to preserve his life. He just didn't. You know what I mean? One of my favorite rappers of all time, but he's dead because he just didn't. Motherfuckers, they try to make these celebrities sound like they really did the right thing. Like as hard as it is for me to accept, I don't think Whitney stopped doing what she was doing all the way. She slowed it down, evidently, but I don't know if she stopped. I don't know if the homegirl stopped. Mean 610 says absolute truth. I've seen many patients with several attempts. Yeah. They crying for help. Like, yo, I'm hurting every day. My daily existence is unbearable. I kind of want to end it, but I'm gonna cut my wrist, but I ain't gonna cut the bitch deep. I'm gonna cut it deep enough to, for the people to get concerned. Like, yo, I'm doing it. Like, cut that mother. Go to the hardware store, get a pack of razors, and cut that motherfucker when nobody else is around, and or lock yourself in a room to where there's nobody will be able to get to you in time. If you really want to go, it ain't hard. Suicide ain't hard. But getting help to make you stop being suicidal is sometimes difficult. It can be very difficult if you don't have the resources. Man, look at this. Barbara Hill CC says, well, KC and JoJo was put on medication to help them stop drinking. And the doctor said, if you take one drink, you'll die. Dumb motherfuckers is fucked up. Yo, I saw one show. JoJo was passed out on stage, face down. KC like, ooh, yeah. Meanwhile, JoJo down. Why, yo, won't be no falsetto in this on this song. Somebody else gonna have to do JoJo parts on the Jodeci songs. Like, baby, I would cry for you tonight. I don't know what else to say. No, that's the JoJo part. Like, no, we can't do that part. Yeah, I need somebody else to say, I don't know what else to say. Casey, help me out. No, we don't have nobody do that part. JoJo face down, damn near in his own vomit. And we're gonna have to end this show really quick because he might be choking on that shit. We have to do a little CPR on JoJo. JoJo, fuck that. JoJo, fuck that. Somebody help JoJo. Somebody help JoJo. Shit's crazy. But yeah, they definitely have alcohol problems. That Shepherd says to quit the first time, I had to want to stay. I had to want to stay quit more than anything in life. But sometimes you, in order to kick a habit or get rid of an addiction, it sometimes takes several times because you have to more than want to stop. Like now I see it differently. I see it like you have to see yourself not being what you are, or you have to see yourself not being what you have become. You have to take it back to when you were not what you have built yourself to be. So you can't just say, I'm not gonna I'm going to make myself not drink and not even want to drink or do drugs, whatever. No, you have to sort of go deep inside yourself and say, no, the reason I'm not going to drink is because I'm not a drinker. And non-drinkers don't have to tell themselves not to drink. It's not in their routine. I have to cut this out of my routine. So if I cut it out of my routine, then I'll cut it out of my thoughts. As long as I see myself as struggling to stop, it will be a real struggle and I probably won't win it. So what I'll do is I will become in my mind a non-drinker, a non-smoker, a non-abuser, a non-user. You take care of this part first. Like, yeah, if I'm not a smoker or if I'm not a user, I don't have to think about not using. I can even be around people who are doing it because that's them. It's not me. It was once me, but it's not anymore. I'm past that. And I'm getting farther and farther away from it. And, granted, that's easy for me to say because I didn't have to go through the steps. I basically stopped by luck. But nonetheless, I still have a story to tell. There's no doubt about that. Oh, shit, a lion is coming. Fuck. Oh. And it's attacking me. Oh. Nice lion. Fun lion. Good lion. Good lion. Fun lion. Nice lion. Nice lion. Good lion. Fun lion. Good lion. Fun lion. Nice lion. Nice. Good. Fun. Good. Nice. Fun. He says, I haven't threatened to hurt myself since I was a preteen and I got a spanking or was on punishment. That or either I'm running away and went and sat in the hallway of the building. You went and sat in the hallway of the building. You went and sat in the hallway of the building. That shit says shit. The money I spent. Woo! Now you talking some shit. You will definitely save money when you stop drinking. It's amazing. Like, people talk about how much money you spend on coke, crack, and all of that. Like, alcohol is free. It's only free for white people. Black people gotta pay for that shit. I don't know where white people be getting the money to buy alcohol. But I know they got a big tab somewhere that they ain't gotta pay. Niggas, we gotta pay for our alcohol. There's no such thing. Even when we know the bartender and they sneaking that shit, we still wind up having to pay the bartender. Like, yo, I drunk for free all night. All it cost me was $100. $100 ain't free. Well, I gotta pay. I gotta pay my man. I gotta pay shorty. But see, let me drink all night. I know I drunk more than $500. I guess when you look at it like that, it's a pretty good deal. All right, y'all, we got to get ready to get on up out of here. We an hour and a half in. That Shepherd said 300 to 400 a month just on beer. Oh, God, yes. I always pay for my shit. I tell you, niggas don't get free alcohol. They just don't. Craft beer is stupid expensive. Yes, it is. That's that yuppie beer. You know what I mean? That beer that's supposed to make you feel good about yourself. Hell yeah. Craft beer. That shit ain't even that good. He said, my hangovers were paid for in full. Word. All right, so let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. January 28th, 29th, I'm sorry, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
90
They get the
seconds.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. Turning 50 years old today, Robin Fields. Happy birthday to you, Robin Fields. And also, my girl, go get a Nadine Walton, turning 58 years old today. My girl, Nadine Walton. She used to come by the show all the time. She used to comment. That's my girl. And also, Leah Paints, turning 30 years old today. Full-fledged adult, out of your 20s, fresh in your 30s. And last but certainly not least, the girl, Tamisha Watts. Happy birthday to you, Tamisha Watts. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious January 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on, do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, check it out, beat game. There's some things that people fear in life more than death, more than they fear dying. But that doesn't mean that they don't fear dying, because if you fear those things in life, you take away your quality of life. You take away your ability to be able to enjoy life because you're too busy, all shook and shit. Look, you all scared. Boo! Ah, you scared. You scared. You're scared. You know what I mean? But the best way to overcome your fears is to face your fears. Yeah, that sounds like a long shot for some people, and it sounds easier said than done. But guess what? Anything is easier said than done till you get started doing it. So you get started doing something. You get started getting your life together. You get started loving yourself. You get started devising a plan, planning your work and working your plan. And guess what? Magic starts to happen. Magic starts to happen. I do believe in magic, but I don't believe in magic tricks. What I believe is magic methods, magic planning, magic processes. I believe in all of those things. And you can believe in it too. You can make it happen. You can make those things very real. You can make it real, son. You can make that shit real. It's going to be all right one way or another. Listen, I want to tell y'all that I really appreciate y'all coming through. I mean, y'all increase my quality of life every time. You know, I come through and I see people coming through. Y'all want to chop it up, do a little something, have a little fun, talk about a little something. You know, we trade, exchange brain waves and mental activity. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all back to life. I gotta talk to y'all about something before we get all the way up out of here. Listen, I talked to my dad. Last Sunday, right? And I was like, all right, so when you gonna come back on and do the Legacy of a Nation show? And he tells me, nope, not doing a Legacy of a Nation show no more. He said he's retired. I was like, retired? What you talking about? Much as he used to love that show? He said, yeah. So I said to him, I said, oh, I get it. So people have these near-death experiences, and now all they want to do is concentrate on their quality of life. Is that it? And he said, yeah, pretty much. I said, okay. I said, So now I'm thinking, okay, here's the thing. Now I've basically inherited the show. Basically. The thing is, did I want it? Let's get into this. The show has already been pretty much switched around because y'all have started to support this show, and his supporters aren't there. So now it's not really the Legacy of a Nation show. And I'm going to rebrand it. So this is what I was thinking. With the Legacy of a Nation show, what I was thinking was I'm going to rename it and redo it. So if I'm going to keep doing the show, because I haven't made the 100% total decision to keep it, but if I do, it's not going to be at 6 o'clock on Saturdays no more. Why? Because I don't want it to be. It's kind of like in the beginning of the evening, and it's kind of in the way, especially when I'm doing this show in the morning. So we're also, if I do it, so there's going to be a new name, and I am taking suggestions. Now, it has to be, it's a Black show, so it'll be centered around our issues, 100%. So, Legacy of a Nation show, there won't be all of this cerebral stuff. Oh, why rename it? Because Legacy of a Nation is not my brand. It wasn't his either. Legacy of a Nation was actually the brand of somebody else. So if I take it and I blow, I would have to pay somebody for that name. And because his listeners aren't on there anymore, why keep it that name? They're not going to come to see me. Simple as that. But y'all might. So anyway, we'll rebrand the show, and the show will be on video. So we could still it'll still be on Blog Talk, just like this show is still on Blog Talk, but it'll be video too. So then we can have guests, and the guests can be on video too. But all of this is brainstorming. I haven't really thought it all the way out from Alpha to Omega yet. But one thing is for sure, it's not going to be at 6 o'clock on Saturdays no more. That's for sure. And it's not going to be called the Legacy of a Nation show. So it will be something. It will be a lot of that content. But y'all know how I do. You already know. So I just wanted y'all to think about that, because it will be coming on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll work it out one way or another. Still need to think about this. I'm a little tired. You know what I'm saying? Might need some rest. But I wanted to give y'all a heads up about that. So like I said, I'm renaming it. If y'all come up with a fly name, I'm open to suggestions. But y'all know how I am. If they don't come to me with no regular sounding shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if y'all do, I'm gonna be like, nah, never mind, I got this. And it ain't gonna be called nothing like the new Legacy. No. Brother Matt goes, that goes. Simple as that. All right. We will be back tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. Between 11 and 11:30. I'm going to just leave it open like that. Between 11 and 11:30, we'll be back. Ready to, we'll be back. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. If y'all going out tonight, bundle up. It's cold as shit out there. Plus, this is still empowering the nation. No. Nothing with any of those words in it. No. No. But thanks for the submission. But no. No. It's not going to be like, oh, it sounds sort of like, this will attract many of the other people because it sounds, no. But I appreciate the submission. Listen, empowering our people. You know what? Y'all think about it. Y'all tired too. All right. You ain't gotta do that right now. So crazy twat talking about some new legacy. Oh my God, I'm done. I'm out. As a matter of fact, Blog Talk, let me sign off of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give y'all a heads up. Y'all stressing me.
Thank you for using
You know what I mean?
Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I fear this more than death. Yo, I give it to y'all tomorrow morning between 11 and 11:30. All right, peace, Instagram. Peace. All right. And for my YouTubers, y'all know what it is. You know what it is. You know how it goes. So that was all mega sea of amation. Yeah. I can't.